Hello and welcome to Tavuli News in Review 2025, a special series of stories where we take you back throughout this year and reflect on what stories, events, and issues made the headlines and generate public discussions. I'm Jeremy Gwao.
And I'm Lisa Osifelo. In this episode, we take you back to the month of March and April. Now, the month of March and April was a busy one with big discussions on politics, progress on infrastructure, and justice.
Also, those 2 months set more development in sports in the country, and that's all coming up. This is Tavuli News in Review 2025.
We begin in Central Islands Province, where the renovated Tulagi Hospital was officially completed and handed over, one of the most significant health infrastructure developments this year. Now, the project was delivered through a partnership between the Solomon Islands government and the World Bank, and officials say it is designed to strengthen provincial health services and improve access to care.
Health authorities say that the upgrade is expected to reduce patient referrals to Honiara and ease pressures on the National Hospital. Now, here's a report from Tulagi.
Given the hospital's run-down state posing risk of poor health services, the Tulagi renovation began 13 months ago, and today marks a significant achievement for the people of Tulagi for their new health and medical facilities that was officially handed over today.
As a Premier of Central Province, I'm indeed honored and humbled to welcome you all to Tulagi today on behalf of the government and the people of Central Province. To this momentous occasion for the handing over of the renovated and the new look Tulagi Hospital.
My people are incredibly fortunate, and we cannot express enough our gratitude for this wonderful gift. Thank you to the Solomon Islands government and the Ministry of Health and Medical Services for prioritizing Tulagi Hospital in your health improvement initiatives.
Tulagi Hospital is the oldest hospital in the country, which was established in 1912 from a leaf hut to the new transformed modern hospital, the joint project between the World Bank and the Solomon Islands government.
To the communities, the hospital also needs support. Yeah? And in partnership with Minister of Finance, Minister of Health and Government, and the provincial government, World Bank is always here to support.
The renovation work project worth $9.4 million. The work carried out by contractor Super Construction.
As a proud Solomon Islander in construction industry, I'm proud and honored to see the hospital project constructed by my company. Super Construction Limited have given this project on a good time frame, and we worked very hard.
The Minister for Health and Medical Services, who also attended the official program, highlighted that this truly shows the commitment from the Solomon Islands government, the World Bank, the contractor, and the provincial government.
As your Minister of Health, I humbly reaffirm the Government of National Unity and transformation of its unwavering commitment to prioritizing health improvements. Together with my senior executive team, I pledge to work tirelessly with all of our partners and stakeholders to ensure that no one is left behind in our mission to build a stronger, more resilient healthcare system for all Solomon Islanders.
Now, with this establishment and the renovation of the Tulagi Hospital, it will not only cater for the people of Tulagi, but will also cater for the people who are living in and around the surrounding islands here in the Central Islands Province. Now, this new hospital, Tulagi Hospital, which has been given a facelift, will have a operational theatre, and it will also have a fully functional medical lab, and which also will feature a specific a pediatric service for especially focused on children, and we'll also have an isolation ward. One of the things that has been reiterated and the sentiments that was echoed in the official part of the program is that this Tulagi Hospital establishment will also serve the people of Central Islands Province instead of traveling to Honiara at the National Referral Hospital to lessen the burden and the pressure of the National Referral Hospital. So instead of increased costs in going to Honiara, people in the Central Islands Province and also the surrounding islands may be able to access these services here at the Tulagi Hospital. Not only will this establishment or this hospital be useful for the people today, but it will last for generations to come, and therefore it is a celebration for the people of Central Islands Province. Lisa Osifelo, Tavuli News, Tulagi.
Turning into economy, labor mobility continued to play a central role. Now, with more than 431 million Solomon dollars recorded in the remittance this year, according to the Labor Mobility Unit, the figures reflect sustained participation by the Solomon Islanders working overseas.
Now, officials acknowledge social impacts, but say the economic benefits to families and communities remain significant. Labor Mobility Unit Director Christina Morale explains. The Labour Mobility Scheme has brought 431 million Solomon dollars in remittances to the Solomon Islands economy. This shows how committed Solomon Islanders are to the program, with the support from people who have worked hard to help the local economy. Labour Mobility Unit Director Christina Marau acknowledged some negative impacts, but said the economic benefits, such as a better living standard and the community development, are much more greater.
Since 2022, where central bank start for recording the remittance, increase, and that figure is a significant increase. So if we send more workers, then we might, by me still looking na number, but keep increasing. And even with industries where the meatworks play me call him, long-term program. So as time of workers go first year, about estimated remittance will send them come back, but I'm not that big as time of stay third year, fourth year go. We assume that wages blotter increase now, so but send big come more here. So I think, by me expecting number for increase, which is a good thing for economy blaming, because spillover effect there. But more people by go pay hardware more for building stuck a house, more by him contribute come lo private sector blaming, and then like stuck by go employ more, and then once it send them come back slain for other families blotter, then that would create some sort of economic employment activity within our communities too. Time what people working brick or come selling timber, and also him generating economic activity. So that fala selene by him make him, people buy garam something for wakalo him.
The announcement of the $1 million remittance is not just about the money, but also shows how much Solomon Islands Labour Mobility Program has grown since its initiative officially rolled out in 2019.
With the current reputation where Solomon Islands workers play me or maintaining Nara side, I think we just wanted to acknowledge our workers that are in Australia and New Zealand for their commitment and hard work. We've seen a lot of growth with the demands coming through, and it's because of the Here to Work brand and reputation below Solomon Islands when our workers are in Australia and New Zealand. So we've seen a lot of employers coming in, new ones and ongoing ones as well. And so, it's because of their hard work and the Here to Work brand that we've maintained.
Political stability is by far the most discussed topic in the month of March and April. Political developments with the Manele-led government, the Government of National Unity and Transformation. Now, this resulted in a mass resignation of 11 members of parliament.
This had led to a motion of no confidence that was put on notice on the 28th of April in Parliament by the Member of Parliament for Central Honiara, Lilo. Let's take a look. And further political developments late this evening, tensions brewing within the Manila-led government, resulting in a mass resignation of 10 members of parliament. Out of the 10 MPs, 5 ministers, including Minister for Finance. Let's now join Jeremy Gwao with the update.
That's right, Lisa. It's been an afternoon full of political twists and turns. The political temperature in the country has risen sharply this afternoon with major developments unfolding. Now, the Government of National Unity and Transformation is facing a serious challenge to its stability. The Government House today has confirmed that they received 11 resignation letters from the Member of Parliament this afternoon, although one of those MPs later withdrew their resignation, leaving 10 confirmed departure from the GNAT coalition. Now, the list includes Manasseh Sogovare, Minister for Finance, Manasseh Mailanga, Minister for Infrastructure, Nestor Giro, Minister for Fisheries, Warren Seleso, Minister for Rural Development, Frida Tuki, Minister for Women, Claudia Steifi, MP for West Kwayo, Stanley Sofu, MP for East Kwayo, William Marau, MP for Ulawa Ugi, James Bonoga, MP for Temutupele, Lazarus Rima, MP for East Central Guadalcanal. Those are one that confirmed today. And Lisa, that's not all. This afternoon, Central Honiara MP Gordon Lilo submitted a motion of no confidence in Prime Minister Jeremiah Manele. The motion was officially registered with the Speaker of Parliament, and the clerk Jefferson Halu has confirmed its receipt. Now, this is one of the things to understand. Due to parliamentary rules, the motion requires a 7-day notice period before it can be moved. The clerk to the Parliament and the Speaker are well aware of this requirement and will ensure that this requirement is followed to the letter of Section 34 of the Constitution as read with the standing orders of Parliament. And that means that the earliest date for debate will be Tuesday, May 6th. Now, today's Parliament sitting was adjourned due to lack of quorum. Only 16 out of 49 MPs showed up, a clear sign of division and shifting alliance between the scenes, behind the scenes rather. What happened today confirms speculations of the GNAD, as confirmed last week, about the instability of the government. So look, Lisa, while only part of the picture is visible now, it's clear that the Solomon Islands is entering a crucial political moment. We'll be watching closely as it all unfolds in the days ahead. Jeremy Gwao, Tavuli News.
Now, that did not end there. Talks and lobbying leading up to the motion of no confidence and the resignation of the 11 GNAT members, one of which was the former Prime Minister, Manasseh Sogovare.
Manasseh Sogovare made a statement to the media and also defended the decision by 11 ministers and backbenchers to leave the government and what he referred to as weak leadership on key national issues. Here's the story.
Former Prime Minister Manasseh Sogovare has defended the decision by 11 ministers and backbenchers to leave the government, denying it was against public interest. He said the move was driven by concerns over what he called weak leadership on key national issues. Sogovare acknowledged the impact on stability, but said the aim was to ensure clearer direction for the country.
There are people, of course, who alleged that we move because we want to perpetuate corruption and serve ourselves. It's very interesting because we move on to join the opposition, a very group that are very concerned about these very issues. We find such allegation very, very, very insulting and based on, I guess, total ignorance of what is going on in the government. As a matter of fact, ladies and gentlemen, it is totally the opposite. We move out of the general government because we deplore the, I guess, what I would like to describe as a laissez-faire attitude of the leadership towards serious issues which undermines all the good intentions of the government. The resignations of the Minister of Mines and the Deputy Prime Minister, who is at the heart of all of this, is a testament to the concern that members of the GNAD coalition have. Not only 11 of us, the entire group. Now we just cannot continue to allow this same, all the good things about what the government is intending to do under the garb of, well, we use some very strong term, hypocrisy and protection of our very narrow political interests.
Hello and welcome. You're watching Tavuli News in Review 2025, a special series of stories. We take you back throughout the year and see what's making the headlines and discussions. In this episode, we take you back to the month of March and April.
Now in Honiara, the City Council took enforcement action at the Coleridge Cemetery, ordering the removal of unauthorized structures. Now, council officials cited illegal activities and misuse of the site, saying that the action undermined the dignity and also intended purpose of the cemetery.
We spoke to locals and they told Tavuli News they had nowhere else to go, raising broader concerns about housing availability.
Now, those voices are included in this report.
Honiara City Council is ordering people living in the Coleridge Cemetery to remove their structures. The council says unauthorized individuals have built temporary shelters, set up an unlicensed car wash, and are using the area for business, gambling, and waste disposal. Residents have until Tuesday next week to take down their structures. After that, the council will take legal action under the building ordinance. Officials say the people's activities violate local laws and undermine the cemetery's integrity. However, some of the people living there told Tavuli News they have nowhere else to go.
For me, town council outing me by strangle man. I know in place by me no fan waka. By me no in waka because waka little bit hard. Place by me looking slim no yeah.
How that if you provide him any place for other young youths for other doing waka, because if Okata no doing anything for other young youths, but Okata doing other rubbish activities inside the small area where it stop him. Because from Okata to stay, make him place him safe. People go past, Ota save go, osem Ota feel osem Okata go normal village. No anyone by doing any rubbish something with him. Okay. If happen that you like for closing kawas, you was have give him come out security, you was post him out security lo make him out a light inside out a graveyard, then you have fence around him for him safe.
If ota close him down ota kawas is yeah, what are the next move block at lo mifala ota people where mifala look osim lo side road there. What na about doing for mifala? And what na consent lo collaborate lo mifala ota lo side road there mifala look osim. Meeting him that disala what me for do me no any problem no any what am kosim this wala wakayana hem make mota boys blom me fala otno sa go still all about follow mota street otnos here no good follow mota places ya while ose mota some fala place ot sa still all about so hem peda dan ota shoot leave me for was ot come story good with me fala waka together with me fala make me for by blessing make me fa waka follow na what na me fa do him.
Maybe I blame national government yeah. Because national government hem no opportunity staka waka lo town yeah. That's the way mi fala ya was kalau hielo graveyard now.
Me like for if what a guarantee thing or some okay tana must give him a good idea for me fala. Yes. Lo here look or some him now for helping me fala side lo sele. I'm not a thing me. Me like for Okala Town Council for must give any good idea for me. Talk straight lo me fala. What kind thing na otal garan for me fala. Talk straight lo me fala. This time I come give you some paper, some to talk for me fala, but confused. And how people let us me.
The council says it remains committed to preserving the site's respect and will not tolerate any misuse.
One of the most emotional stories we've covered this year involved a public appeal by the medical doctor Jack Siwana for the return of his two daughters. Now, for months, he has been waiting for information, repeatedly checking incoming flights from Papua New Guinea in hope of answers.
Now, the case drew public attention and concern.
Now, here's our coverage.
On Saturday, Dr. Jack Siwana stood at Honera International Airport watching as an Air Niugini flight touched down. For months, he has been waiting for his two daughters, Mercy and Cinderella, to return from Papua New Guinea, where they have been living since 2019. On this particular day, he was once again at the airport, hoping that they might be on this particular flight.
So today me come here, just me no got an idea whether by to come or no more. But me just come for look no more. Because as a parent, me bara worry too much about him to fall beginning blooming. Him take him 3 years. You had to imagine him if beginning blow you him awesome for 3 years you after him to fall and you not even talk with him to fall too. Last time when me video call with him to fall daughters blow me him the 20th of September 2023.
Dr. Siwana's daughters, Mercy and Cinderella, moved to Papua New Guinea with their mother in 2019. However, following their mother's passing in 2022, Dr. Siwana has been fighting to bring his daughters back to the Solomon Islands. For the past several months, he's been hoping for a breakthrough. Today, like many times before, he found himself at the airport waiting for a chance to finally reunite with them.
Me bara think that PNG immigration him should be kind enough and human enough for at least finding ways for me to talk with him to fall picking in bloom. And me as a parent, me got him all the right to survey what na him going on with to fall picking in bloom. If what give me some update or email process or something, but no more straight na, bara zero na.
The journey has been an emotional roller coaster for Dr. Siwana, who has faced numerous challenges as he continues to navigate legal channels to bring his daughters home. Despite his tireless efforts, the situation remains unresolved, with his daughters still in Papua New Guinea.
Stepfather blew to fall picking him claim him that him unsafe for to fall picking come back Lomil or Solomon. So last week, me have to go through police examination, police clearance for clear him na side Lomi because what I claim him that me violent person and mentally brain blow me him na function good. So what I have to come do him assessment Lomi, so me go up police headquarters for doing police clearance and social welfare. Also come Kasim House Blooming, residence Blooming and Messi Siwana clinic and come conducting interview and come looking place and other reports here, other send them Golo Mosby.
Despite the ongoing legal battle and the pain of not knowing when or how his daughters will return, Dr. Siwana continues to hold on to hope. Tavuli News made attempts to reach both immigration officials from Papua New Guinea and Solomon Islands for comments, but was unsuccessful. However, through a mutual contact, we were able to confirm that the Chief Migration Officer in Papua New Guinea was aware of the situation. He said they are caught in this matter and are working to resolve it. For now, Dr. Siwana waits, holding on to that hope that his daughters will one day soon return to the Solomon Islands where they belong. Gina Kikea, Tavuli News.
Now, in the month of April, the National Building Code Bill gained renewal attention, now with the ministry indicating it will be prioritized in the 12th Parliament. Officials says that the legislation is aimed at ensuring acceptable standards for structural integrity, fire safety, health, and public amenities.
The ministry also said the proposed standards are intended to remain cost-effective.
Now here's the story covered in April.
Philip Baura, Director of the Architect and Building Management Services Division, stated that the National Building Code will play a crucial role in ensuring that acceptable standards of structural integrity, fire safety, health, and amenities are maintained for the benefit of the Solomon Islands both now and the future. He emphasized that the requirements outlined in the National Building Code are designed to be cost-effective.
If you think safety about your family and your relatives, there's a thing there when him not national building code you look at him so that you are able to build follow. And time we know government think of building follow me, we build you can place earthquake. I'm saying me house being fall down, you look at them for blaming and also when we have this code him guiding him the right way and the right procedure for doing. So him now what building code him come and so if you got a many, like I used to love tribal land and you can like building a big church. But you gotta stepping come now because me public interest now like they call them community compared to used to love tribal land blue and you building residence house blue. You shall never know so but we have a document there that you shall look at him and refer him time you build. So every carpenters, every student coming up from schools, they have that thing to work up along kind of thing. So that building got for me was the thing where since me start work come, so me look forward for at least something you can apply parliament for him. And I believe every one law Solomon we look forward to for. But time now this will him come up. Even a donors can also buy. Look forward to for that one come up.
The National Building Code will have standards of process, mandates, and time for review.
Passing on Parliament, then we will have a one-year transition plan. That one-year transition plan is to have the recruitment awareness continue now. Then after 1 year, then by decide that bill effective now. And law plan 2 is for Karamna, this for a building authority where the also main authority for look after any building blame law country now. Currently we don't have any building authority. We have HCC no for look after them. But the idea of having a building code paving way for have a building authority where Karam own team block that kind of thing. So yeah, that's the overall plan you look forward to. And that bill here by having Karam 5 years after 5 years he is able for review and kind of thing. So technical document.
Cultural practices sparked heavy discussions following the circulation of videos showing dolphin culling. The practice, which has been carried out for generations, triggered debate locally and internationally.
Opinions varied between cultural preservation and environmental concerns. This report examines the differing views.
This piece of video has gone viral on social media and has sparked debates on this practice, which has been done for many years. Dolphin culling is mostly practiced in Malaita coastal regions, which has cultural roots, which is part of the indigenous economy. The argument is, what do we do? Can we take the cultural element and value away? Or how do we strike a balance between culture and some have described as inhuman acts of mass murder? We spoke to Professor David Gegeo, who is a professor of social science and humanities at the Solomon Islands National University.
So the argument is really between what do we do with if we of the government or environmental activists should stop that. What do we do? What do we replace with? Because you cannot just stop something without replacing it. If it's something else, other practices, because it's been part of people's practice. And so in order to stop it, we have to come up with some other strategy, some other way of replacing the indigenous economy and so forth. So that would be my first point of argumentation. Then in terms of, that's an argument that's a cultural argument, but then I also argue from the standpoint of science, humanitarian grounds, environmental, that it's a murder of a living thing.
It's not about throwing out ideas, but an issue that must be thought about carefully. However, ocean environmentalist activist Lawrence McKillie, who has done so much work around the marine environment and, of course, dolphins, speak out on his take with dolphin culling practice.
When you talk about a pod, you talk about the whole family of dolphins, from grannies, from great-grannies, from the parents, from uncles, and it's a whole family. They live in community, they live in unity, they don't scatter. No, they live in families. So when you capture some members of their family, the leftovers will be affected stressfully and died. So you have a whole pod, a whole family dying. So each time you slaughter them, you slaughter family.
The practice has its broader impacts that also must be considered when moving forward and taking a holistic approach.
And it will affect the tuna industry in this country. It will affect the tourism industry of this country. And the sensitive part of it at the moment is because the government of Solomon Islands now is working seriously and prioritize the Malaita development in Bina Harbour, the tuna processing factory. And Malaita province has no ordinance to protect marine mammals within the provincial waters. So it will give, this is a big direct hit on the Bina Harbour tuna processing factory.
According to reports, dolphin hunts in Solomon Islands are usually conducted between January and April when the seas are calm. Dolphin hunting data from 1976 to 2018 averaged at 850 dolphins a year. Since Dolphin Project and a full-time campaigns were done in 2015, Solomon Island slaughters have dropped to a 4-year average of 247 dolphins.
Then a proper consultation has to be started with the very communities that practice this activity as traditional practices. That consultation has to start from there, so that we will look at how we can redefine in order to protect this mammoth. At the same time, you do your practice, at the same time it's protected.
It's either in support or against. But I think to look at the issue holistically, that we look at it from both sides.
Dolphins are highly intelligent marine mammals, socially skilled, agile, joyful and playful creatures, and share many emotional similarities with humans. But it's a balance that must be taken into account. The debate stands at culture, science, and the impacts on marine life. Lisa Osifelo, Tavuli News.
In sports, the national men's under-18 beach volleyball team delivered a strong regional performance. Now the team secured bronze at the 2025 International Volleyball Federation Oceania Tournament hosted for the very first time in Honiara.
Officials say the result reflects improved youth development.
Now, former Tavuli News sports reporter Martin Taromane with the coverage.
Third place finish for Team Tarakabu and Donald Manoa at the 2025 FIVB Oceania Zonal Under-18 Championship in Honiara. Tarakabu and Manoa secured the bronze medal after defeating Kiribati's Mackenzie Teata and Tekita Tateiti 21-10 in the first set, but lost the second set 21-19 before claiming the third set 15-12 to win the sets by 2-1. The FIVB tournament finished last night at the SIF Academy in Honiara, with Australia pair Thomas Tena and Ethan Crockett crowned champions in the boys division after defeating PNG. Guam's Nisa Chen and Alexandra Guerrero claimed the under-18 girls title after defeating Australia's Riley Akanoa and Eva Gaborit in the gold medals match. Solomon Islands under-18 girls beach volleyball teams finished bottom of the group, while the other national boys team pair of Jerry Teno and Kridau Mani finished in 6th place.
Low beach volleyball, we believe that this is the best time country believe me advance Kasemota semi-final. And tonight by Mikola playing bronze medal match. Lepas Mikola saya karem got results also. So time we look back how Mikola get them out the results here. And we find them out that it was through the facilities that we got them. Yeah. Me like say thank you Lord national government for providing a facility like Sinis beach court here. This all beach court here lo KG, where he allow or he make him access from the train them, prepare for him, and me been play camp through lot of pools and kasem na semi-final. He little bit for me Solomon for reaching what stages, but it was because of these facilities. What a knowledge that Yumi Garem lo sport through what the programs lo sinis. And we make him team him prepare and we hala kasemna semi-final. We will just drop normal or semi-final. Otherwise we hala should move on. But him big achievement how we looking for country planning. Hemi some lomi that future blow sport lo Solomon Islands. Hemi bright. Him look bright because of the facilities that we got. It's just a matter of understanding or getting knowledge no how to use it rightly. Law side law at girls, it is go by law preparation blue you mean no matter we got facilities, if we don't prepare well for competition so same, then by him facilities here, him like idol or him no work a good no. So it's come back to how what to prepare or how to organize him or the girls and kind of. Our men's ranking at number 9.
Martin Taromane, Tavuli Sports.
And finally now, a milestone achievement for football development in Solomon Islands. The Solomon Islands Football Federation officially launched the National Football Academy in Honiara.
Now, the Federation says the academy will support structured players' development and strengthen pathways to elite competition. Now, the facility is expected to benefit young players nationwide. Our former sport reporter Martin Taromane reports.
Planting seeds for future success, says Solomon Islands Football Federation President Donald Marahare, as the Federation officially launches the National Academy project in Honiara. The launching took place at the SIF Academy on Tuesday and saw government officials from the Embassy of Japan, Australia High Commission Office, FIFA and Oceania reps, as well as parents and academy staffs witnessing the ceremony.
This project started 5 years ago. Believe it or not, 5 years ago. when Arsene Wenger, our leader at FIFA, said we need to do more for football. We need to put a project together, so we started with an ecosystem analysis. So Moses, Leonard, Joseph, David, we're all part of the FIFA ecosystem analysis. A study of what does the ecosystem include right now. And when we came away with the 2-year analysis during COVID, Arsene Wenger said, we must give every talent a chance. So that's a mantra that is now being said all over the world. In over 200 countries, we are sharing with administrators, leaders, governments that FIFA wants to give every talent in a country a chance. So when we started to work specifically with Solomon Islands, and I approached Moses and Leonard and Joseph about the project, how are we going to give every boy a talented boy in this country a chance? We're going to start a national academy where the boys are training more than a few times a week, where we're going to have professional staff around them, credentialed staff supporting them, so that in this environment, we have the best boys against the best boys, so that we're preparing them before they leave the country to go compete internationally. That's the goal, and we really have only just started training them. We're training their staff around them to be prepared to go compete against Japan and Australia and New Zealand and all these other countries one day around the world. Development is a 10-year program. So these 15 and 16-year-old boys, in 10 years, will be the core of your national team.
We stand here today on the brink of something special. A place where talent will be nurtured, where dreams will be realized, and where the future of our football begins. From today, we are offering our young players the opportunity to become someone greater. The FIFA TDS CIF National Football Academy is more than just a facility. It is a foundation for developing our future stars. It is where the best of our talent will grow, where skills will be sharpened, and where the potential of our young athletes will be unlocked. We are planting the seeds for the success of football in Solomon Islands. But this academy is not just about football. It is about building lives, developing strong and positive leaders, and empowering young people to take on the challenges of tomorrow. The Academy will not only support our youth and senior national teams, but it will also provide vital support to our local clubs and communities. As we move forward, I urge all of us to continue supporting and strengthening this academy. Together, we will create a lasting legacy for football in Solomon Islands. Our duty is very clear. We must give every talent a chance to flourish and to reach their full potential.
Judah Suimai, one of the parents who witnessed the launching of the academy on Tuesday, meanwhile said this is the right path of ball development in the country.
The cream of our soccer talents, like 15 years and 16 years old, and here they are playing. We believe so much in this team. Give them, if we can give them 5 to 10 years and not reach them even 18, 20, they will be the best. And Garem, this kind of facilities before, I think that's one of the things when we lack talent. We've been crying, we've been desiring a home like this, but Garem, now Garem, a home like this where this is the, the under 16 are here playing, and then the 15 are here. Not only that, but Okata Garem facilities where actually sleep here for 1 year. For the 16 years old, it's 1 year. For the 15, it's 2 years, because if you're 15, you low here, and then 16, you low here, 2 years, given you to play, train, learning, the philosophy and the art of football and all these things here. So this is the best thing. I believe there's future for our soccer in the nation. And as a parent, where one of my sons is here, me very excited too much.
Martin Carmone, Tavuli Sports.
And that wraps up our review for the month of March and April 2025, our Tavuli News special, where we look back at the main stories and highlights of this year.
And for our next episode, we bring you the Tavuli News in review for the month of May and June. I'm Jeremy Gwao.
And I'm Lisa Osifelo. Thanks for watching.
iDecor Furniture and Hardware. We've got great news for you. iDecor Furniture gives you a 10% discount on all our furniture this festive season till January. Yes, you've heard me right. It's a 10% discount. Come to our showroom and choose from our selection of our comfy and cozy sofas for your living room, dining sets, outdoor furniture, home decorations, wardrobes, mattresses and beds, and curtains to choose from. Come see for yourself. There's something here for everyone with a 10% discount. You can't miss out. And if you're renovating or building, we've got you covered with a variety of building materials that won't bust your budget. Come to our showroom located Henderson, just before the Alligator Bridge. You can't miss it. iDecor Furniture and Hardware, making your house a home.
On behalf of the board, governors, management, and staff of the Central Bank of Solomon Islands, we extend our warmest greetings to the Solomon Islands government, the private sector, churches, NGOs, diplomatic missions, and all the wonderful people across our beloved nation. As 2025 comes to a close, we reflect on a year marked by unity and resilience. Your support, cooperation, and trust have strengthened our shared efforts to build a stable, inclusive, and progressive economy. We sincerely thank all our stakeholders and partners for their continued engagement. Looking ahead to 2026, we reaffirm our commitment to safeguarding monetary and financial stability, supporting sustainable development, and creating opportunities that uplift every Solomon Islander. Together, we can advance a stronger, more secure, and prosperous future for our country. May this festive season bring peace, joy, happiness, and cherished moments with your families and communities. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Hey, hello, Nemblomi Steven Kamoa, mi sinu news intent for Tavuli News.
Hello, Nemblomi Margaret Noake, mi one follow sinu intent reporter for Tavuli News 2025.
Hello everyone, Emma Komasi, sport reporter for Tavuli News.
Hello everyone, Nemblomi George.
Hello, mi Esalat.
Hello Kepa, hello everyone, I'm Jeremy Gwao.
Hello everyone, Purat Bernoda, Milak wish you everyone Merry Christmas and Happy New Year 2026.
We like to wish you all a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year 2026. We like to say no more thank you for trusting me Fala and continue supporting me Fala throughout this year 2025.
We like wishing me Fala everyone a very Merry Christmas and a happy prosperous New Year 2026. May this Fala Christmas festive season bring you happiness, joy and love inside family for each and everyone live Fala.
From our sport corners, wishing you all Merry Christmas and Happy New Year 2026.
We like to wish you a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
We just like for wishing everyone a very Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year 2026.
Now may this season brings renewed strength and happiness as we look ahead to the new year 2026. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
From all of us here at Tavuli News, we thank you for all your support in 2025. We look forward to working with you in 2026. thank you for welcoming us into your homes, on your screens and on your phones. We wish you a very Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year 2026.